Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai, and welcome to Jagadambe Reads the Holy Books of India, Bhaktavijaya337. As you may remember, Krishna came to Eknath's town and asked the people where he lived. He said to the people, "Show me the house of that noble Vaishnava who devotes himself with exceeding reverence to the worship of Sri Krishna, and who continually gives feasts to the Brahmins." The dark-complexioned one, having spoken thus, men and women pointed out to him Eknath's house, into which he went and made him a namaskar. Krishna, a menial. The life of the world said to Eknath, "I am a Brahmin from another country without protection. Having heard that you are constantly giving food to the Brahmins, I have come here. So give me garments and satisfy my hunger with food, and I will then remain here constantly and do what you ask me to do without giving way to any laziness in my mind." Eknath then said to him, "Where is your home? And who are you? Who is depending on you? What is your name?" The husband of Rukmini, having listened to him, said, "I am entirely alone. I have no son, no wife, no property at all. Having determined in my heart to serve you here devotedly and receive your favor, I have come here. I have looked about me in many places, but I can find no place that pleases me." As Eknath heard these words, he was astonished. He said to him, "If such is your wish, you may remain here in my home." With this, Sri Hari was pleased. Krishna's daily service, he who is worthy of the worship of Brahmadev and the other gods, he whom Shiva and others contemplate, this actor as if in a play, this life of the world, became a Brahmin menial. In describing rightly his deeds of fame, the Vedas and the Puranas become crazy. He fetched the water of the Godavari on a sling. In the Sea of Milk, there is an island by the name of Prabhakar. The recliner upon Shesha, the dweller in Vaikuntha, rose as soon as it was early dawn, regardless of the weariness of his body, of whom yogis weary themselves in performing the 8 forms of yoga practice. He, rising early, had the vessels polished bright that were used in the worship of God. The beautiful, dark-complexioned husband of Rukmini, who is all over the world known as giver of final deliverance, the Lord of the world, he swept the yard and sprinkled it with water, and then cleaned the meditation room floor. He from whose feet the river Bhagirathi sprang, he, Shripati, lovingly filled the vessels needed in the worship of God and placed them there. He whom the 88,000 rishis reverently worship, he, the life of the world, becoming a Brahmin menial, lovingly prepared the sandalwood paste. He at whose feet the 8 siddhis, accomplishments personified, day and night cling, he, the Lord of the heart, making garlands, placed them for the worship of God. He by whose power the moon, the sun, and the bright stars look bright. He, Ado Kshaja, trimmed the light used in the worship and was not ashamed of doing so. He whose command the hosts of the gods, including Indra, obey, he gave to Eknath the various materials needed in the worship of God. Whenever Eknath called him, "Krishna," he came at once, up before him reverently. He never allowed anything to be lacking in his service. He was always attentive. Sadhguru Nath Maharaj Ki Jai. Thank you for coming. I hope you come again.